killed by their lovers or their spouses and so on.
Yeah.
But, and I say this reservedly, I think that Africa or South Africa,
Yeah.
I think there's a moral decline. What do you think? There's a moral decline. The family is not as strong as it used to be because these things that are happening, they're not normal for people to want to kill their girlfriend or their wife and so on. What do you think?
Of course, it is that and the economy.
Okay.
But let's start to moral and all those things, because remember, if I raise a boy, what do I say? How do I coach my son to respect a woman? How do I tell him that this one is not done to a woman? If we're not doing that ourselves to our children, obviously when they grow up, when they are old, they'll realize it's not. Maybe this should be done. We are not instilling the right things to our children at the same time. However, as the economy is very bad in South Africa right now, it's that too. Men are hungry and they find us that we are the ones that bring bread on the table and they feel defeated. Somehow they retaliate.
Well, shouldn't that be something to enjoy? I mean, women are educated. The days of our parents or grandmothers, women didn't go to school much. Now women can drive, women can read, they go to school, they have degrees. So you expect that the women will have some kind of vocation, some kind of work that they do. Why would that be, unless the man is not educated and the man is not doing anything?
Each and every man, they have their own pride.
Okay.
They don't want to be led by a woman.
Right.
Although I still agree.
So what should men in England do? They should run away? The Queen is...
Not exactly, but...
God save the Queen.
Another thing, if they are hungry in their tummies,
they
are angry.
Okay. So why don't you have a bit of pap hanging around the place for them?
They get tired to be fed by us.
Right.
They want to do it on their own, but it's difficult.
Right.
They feel should be done like that, but it's not our fault. They are very angry, or it's how they were raised, or they were traumatized maybe whenever, or the upbringing was terrible and they don't know how to be a head in the house. Right. It's just many things that are
So there's a lot of socio-psychological factors.
It's collision.
But you think it's also linked to the history of this country? Because when I look at the crime statistics, burglary, rape, murder, it's almost like a supermarket of crime.
Of course, yeah.
Everything is on the shelf. You pick what you like. Kind of, crime stats.
Yeah.
Do you think that the history of this country, there needs to be more? We talk about a truth and reconciliation that happened many years ago. I say maybe the truth and reconciliation should go on for as long as the apartheid state was in place.
That's correct.
Do you think that would be useful?
Yes, that would be useful, because right now we remember that freedom. We're supposed to have our own freedom, but we don't see it happening.
Okay.
Yeah, we just bitter to each other.
We want land. We want everything.
We're just angry. We don't even know what we're gonna do with the land, but we still want it. We want
even if you don't have use for it.
Yes.
You just want to reverse the disadvantage.
Can't we sit down and talk about these things and have a great communication and have people that will assist us with our land when it's back?
Okay.
If we will get it.
Well, let's promote this book. The book is Connecting the Dots Backwards. Where can our listeners find your book? And where can they find you online to communicate with you, to carry on the journey of positivism that you are now sharing, as the properties that you're selling and the motivation that you are giving?
Right.
Where can they find this book?
This book is an ebook, actually.
Right, electronic book.
Yes, electronic ebook.
Right.
I'm the only one who's allowed to have the copies so that I can sell it to you guys.
Right.
Then I do that for my close friends and people that order through me.
Okay.
However, people can find it online, Amazon.com globally.
Right.
And it's at Exclusive Books.
So Connecting the Dots Backwards.
Yes, by Maureen.
By Maureen Zamagajeni in Ndlovu. Yeah. Connecting the Dots Backwards on Amazon.com.
Yes.
Okay. How much is the book?
The book is 200 rand.
200 rand
But now
online.
in Amazon.com it's very cheaper than that.
How much is it? Oh, it changes. Does it change?
Yeah, it's fluctuated.
Okay, but
Yeah.
it's in dollars. I think it's about
yeah.
$12.99 or something. I saw.
Yeah, it's very cheap. I know.
Okay.
Somewhere there. I didn't
All right.
check lately.
So, in terms of property, if somebody wants to say, "Oh, this powerful lady, author, want to buy a house from an author,"
Okay.
how do they find you? You have an email address? Are you on Instagram? Are you on Facebook?
Yes, I am on Instagram.
Right.
As Maureen.ndlovu8
Right.
as a digit.
8.
Yeah.
The age you were when you were cooking those special dishes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So on Facebook they can find me as Maureen Zamakajeni Ndlovu.
Right.
Then at work they can find me as maureen.ndlovu@propertycausa.co.za.
Okay, so you like dots because
Yeah.
your book also has dots in it. Okay, we wish you all the best in your multifaceted career. Look, I thought your story was very compelling. Also, where we met is also very compelling because we're also talking about the pain of an African country,
Yes.
the Congo. So Mercy Congo.
Yeah.
And so, you know, you've now taken your journey. And I remember what I told the Congolese guys that, look, we've got to now talk about Congo from a business opportunity perspective.
Yes.
And maybe do a Lumumba lecture. We're tired of hearing about Kivu and Goma and places in Africa where they're killing people. Let's talk about the opportunity of Congo.
Yes.
And let's talk about the promise that Lumumba represented. But thank you very much, Maureen Ndlovu, vivacious author, a powerful property agent. You're mixing it with the big boys because property is the biggest asset that any individual can hope to acquire.
Of course.
Thank you for coming to Africa Now and sharing your powerful moving story from tragedy and adversity to opportunity and hope and prosperity. We are so happy to have you here. And we'll look forward to having you again in our studios and also the events that we do, the dialogues that we have. I think you make a great contribution on one of our dialogues, especially about this very painful subject matter of abuse of women that has become a serious national tragedy in South Africa.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you
Nadia.
very much.
And thank you, brother.
That's what we have, all we have on Africa Now this week. Until we do.